Hello boys and girls, welcome to Storytime with Paint and Bake. I'm Onyinyechi. Today's show promises to be a lot of fun and very exciting. We have an interesting story with Auntie Norma, and later on we'll be having a colorful time painting with our friends at Paint and Bake. You do not want to miss that. And now our word for today is Professor Baby. Professor Baby, where are you? Oh, there he is. Professor! Professor, wake up! What's our word for today?
Yeah. Our word for today is mouse.
Welcome to Storytime with Paint and Bake. My name is Auntie Norma, and with me in the studio today I have young lady. What's your name? Kaima. Urvi. Munachi. Avni. Shall we get on to our story?
Yes.
Well, the title of my story today is The Foolish Friend. And we've been playing with all sorts of little objects that remind me of the story today. You have a sword here. And what do you have over there?
A fan.
A fan. And you've got a fan. Show us how you use that. Yes, and what have you got there?
King.
A little puppet king. Well, like I said, the title of my story today is The Foolish Friend. The Foolish Friend.
Okay.
A very long time ago, there lived a kind king. He had a beautiful palace. The king was very fond of birds and animals, and he had many pet animals and birds in his palace. Can you see them?
Yes.
What can you see?
Rabbits.
Yes, and birds and a
Monkey.
monkey. Yes. The king loved all his pets very much. He looked after them very well. Among the king's pet animals was a miner. Every morning the bird sang melodious songs for him. Tweet, 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 tweet. And there he is, waking the king up. The king also had 2 white rabbits. They lived in his garden. Whenever the king went to the garden, he fed his rabbits with the best vegetables. Do we all like to eat our vegetables? What kind of vegetables? We were playing with some vegetables earlier on. What were they?
Cucumber.
Yes, and what else do we like to eat?
Carrot.
Carrots. Any other vegetables? Have any? Yes.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, yes.
Eggplant.
Eggplant, very good. Pumpkins and
Cabbage.
okra, yes. So the king fed his pets with all these vegetables. All the king's pets lived very happily with him. They all loved him very dearly. But there was one animal who was the king's best friend. It was a monkey. The king loved the monkey, and the monkey too was very faithful to the king. Wow, look at that big hug. The monkey served the king day and night. He stayed with the king in his room. Whenever the king came to his room, the monkey fanned him to make him feel better. Wow. Yes, you got your fan. There we go. The king was very kind to the monkey. He trusted the monkey and never got angry with him. Every day in the evening, the king and the monkey went around the city in a chariot. Can we see that? What color is the chariot?
It's green,
Yes.
yellow, and red.
Yes, can you see the chariot?
Yes.
Beautiful. There we go. One day, the king went hunting. When he returned to the palace, he was very tired. Can you see the animal they've caught?
Yes.
Looks like an antelope, doesn't it? Or
Yes,
some
or a
deer.
deer.
Or a deer, yes. He's
Doesn't look like a deer. This
Yes.
long thing is not there.
Maybe it's an antelope then. Or what do you think? Anyway, the king is very tired. He's looking very tired, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes. Can you see the king?
Yes.
Looking very tired. The king went to his room and he decided to sleep. The monkey understood that the king was tired. So he made the bed for the king, and the king fell asleep on it just at once. Wow. The monkey started fanning the king. After some time, a fly came into the room. Wow, what's the fly doing in the king's room? The fly flew all around the room. It began to buzz very loudly. Look at the monkey's face. He's not very pleased, is he? Wow.
Because the fly is disturbing the king.
Yes, the monkey was annoyed to see the fly buzzing so loudly. It was disturbing the king's sleep. The monkey put the fan aside. He then chased the fly out of the room. But the fly came back after a while. This time, the monkey tried not to look at it. Gradually, the fly's buzz became louder. By now, the monkey was very angry. Show me an angry face. What's this silly fly doing in my king's room? How dare a small fly disturb the king in his sleep? I shall teach it a lesson, thought the monkey. The monkey looked around the room to find a stick, but there was no stick in the room. And then, suddenly, look, the monkey's eyes fell on the king's scabbard. Can you see? The king kept his long sword inside the scabbard. There it is over there. Can you see that? Aha! Thought the monkey. I will kill this stubborn fly with the sword. Huh, do you think that's a good idea? The fly stopped flying and sat on the king's nose. The monkey picked up the sword and attacked the fly at once. Whoosh! Where's our sword? Whoosh! Wow! Look at that. Can you see?
Yes.
Wow, look at that. But the fly flew away. And guess what happened? The sword cut the king's nose into two. Oh dear, look at the poor king's nose. Oh, and that's the end of that.
Blood.
Can you see? The monkey was shocked to see what he had done to his friend. He could not believe what he had done. Wow. The monkey cried and cried, but it was of no use. The king, his friend, had lost his nose because of his foolishness. Oh dear. Oh dear.
The king did not know.
Well, I think it's quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Do you think the story should have a better, a nicer ending?
Yes.
Like what?
Like
Yes. Should we do a bit of first aid and
like
bandage
a happy
and bandage up the king's nose for him?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe we should do some stitching back of the king's nose. Yes, that reminds me of a rhyme. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Do you know something happened to him as well?
Yes, he fell down.
He fell down, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Yes, but in another story I read, they were able to put him back together because the ambulance came rushing along and they took him back to be mended. I think that sounds better, doesn't it?
Yes.
Shall we say that little rhyme? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Poor old Humpty Dumpty. Well, it's time for our paint and bake segment now. Shall we go over?
Yes.
And see what we can do with our hands today?
Yes.
Come over with us then.
That was quite a story. Thanks, Auntie Noma. Now, let's see if any of you can guess the answer to this riddle. What do you call a wicked old woman who loves to sell sand? The answer is nope. The answer when we come back. Now, let's go painting.
You're welcome to this beautiful show. I am Aja, and in the studio are my very good friends. Wait, what are you even doing there? Sitting down watching me? See, in this studio are my friends, and I'd like you to be my friend as well, even while you're at home. Now we're good to go. Look at what we're going to be working on. Do you remember this? It's a found object. I just walked out of my house and I saw a fallen leaf and I began to think, what can we be able to make out of this? And I said, since we are painting, what if we apply beautiful colors on this and then we dab it on the plate? It's going to give us something very nice. Okay, friends, look at what we're going to do now. You have your covers and you have your leaves. So, we are going to be doing something. But before we begin, let me just give us a quick idea on what we are going to do. Now, I'm sure you have your leaves. Do you have them? Do you have your covers? Okay, this is mine. This is mine. So what I do with my hands, I don't want to use brush. I pick my colors, I apply it like this, 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 like this. So I pick this. And look at what I do. I dab it on my paper. I'm sorry I don't have a plate. Guys, you guys are really enjoying. But this is mine. So you just dab. Ta-da! Now we have, what are these? Covers. Okay. So with this, we're going to dab. So you start. You pick yours, you pick yours. And Kaima, this is yours. You can start. Just you pick the different colors of paint. First you dab, dab, dab. I just want you to dab all the plates with all the different colors. So we can start. Oh, you already have your leaf on the plate. Okay. So dab. And don't forget, while you're dabbing, I know mine is not fine, but make sure that while you're dabbing, that all those edges, that you're able to get them. So that you'll be able to get the actual shape of the leaf. Try yours, let's see. I just want you to experiment. Even if you don't have a leaf at home, you can as well use this. Look at this. You want to try it? Yes. We did a very great work today. I hope you guys had fun. Kaima, Avani, I hope you had fun. Are you tired? Okay. So, our friends there, I know you've been able to come up with something nice. Today, these are what we've been able to do. Avani, I would like you to show our friends, I know they'll be watching us, show them what you're able to come up with. Yes. Wow. And Kaima, let's see yours too. I also like this. Don't use it to cover your face. Let your friends, Ibuku, you said you have a friend that is called Ibuku, right? Okay. You see? They're all nice works. And let's see yours. Munachi, let's see your own too. Okay. How do you see the works? Guys, you guys have done a very nice job. And you too there, I'm sure you did very nice. So thank you. See you some other time. Let's say bye. Bye.
That was fun, wasn't it? Okay, so it's Ovi and Nkennaya's birthday this week. And from all your friends at Paintnbake, happy birthday! Now, for the answer to the riddle we asked earlier on. What do you call a wicked old woman who loves to sell sand? The answer is a sandwich. Get it? Sandwich? That's our show for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime with Paintnbake. From all of us on the show, it's bye-bye.